carrying the kids, Bulgarian bag, jujitsu.
Like tendinitis type stuff?
It's not.
Let's start with, oh wait, I get my phone timer. Let's start with, let's just do 3 rounds of burpees, and then, so you do 10 burpees, come up, shadow box, and how about with no particular focus, just however you want to do it. So there's going to be one modification I'll give you in the second round, but other than that, just whatever, just any kind of shadow boxing you want to do. So those are 3 2-minute rounds. So 10 burpees, and then shadow box the rest of the round. Get set, and go. All right, the bell's gonna ring in a second, and then we're gonna go right back into the burpees. All right, go, burpees. So this time when you come in shadow box, try to take a lower stance, more knee bend. Set. The bell rings again, we're gonna start the last round of burpees. And go, burpees. All right, and when you shadow box, I want you to think about your feet keeping your heels off the ground and being really springy with your calves and feet. If the last round we were kind of grounded, this round you're kind of floating. Speed up your punches. Nice. Grab a sip of water. Fill my water. And then we'll do 3 minutes of mobilization. So any kind of stretching or mobilizing that you want to do. Wait, that's not it, but you can still start. That's it. Halfway. All right. Shake that out. And then let's do some work on. Does anyone have any requests? Anything people want to work on specifically, or that you've been having questions about?
Dance switching would be cool.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. So let's do. All right, then let's do this. Let's do. So grab a sip of water. I'm gonna think about what drills. I think I have a couple drills in mind that would be good for that. Okay, so let's do, when you're ready. This will be the drill. So let's do, we're gonna start like this. So it'll be, should we just start with the whole thing? Let's just start with this part. So we're just gonna start with jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. We're gonna do that 10 times together to try to really tune in our slip. So yeah, we won't even focus. There's something I want to focus on with slips, but we won't even worry about that too much. Just think about shoulder, the shoulder's reversing. So it's gonna be jab, cross, hook, slip front, slip back. So it's gonna be jab, cross, hook, slip to the front, slip to the back, and come up. So we're gonna do that 10 times, just to tune in our slip. So we get set. So 1, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. So this has no weave, no circling. This is just like my, when I slip to the front, my rear shoulder goes a straight path and my legs pivot. And when I go to the back, straight path. So there's no dip to it. So 2, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. Nice. 3, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to add a step back to that after the 2 slips. So it's going to go jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, back. So on the 3rd slip, just turn further back so it's my body. Jab, cross, hook, slip forward, slip back, slip forward, except now I use that slip forward to drive a pivot back. Let's do 5 of those together. So again, one more time, it's jab, cross, hook, slip forward, slip back, slip forward, except it becomes back, pivot. So jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot. So let's try that together. We'll do 5 of those. So 1, hook, slip, slip, pivot. 2, and then come back to your stance at the end. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're gonna do that whole sequence that we just did, and we're gonna do it southpaw. So switch your stance, you're standing southpaw, and we're gonna do jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. So we're gonna do 10 of those. So 1, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. 2, slip forward, slip back. So jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. And reverse stance is hard. Start with the left. I mean the right. Slip right, slip left. So 3. So it's jab, cross, hook, slip left, or slip right, slip left. Good. 4, jab, cross, hook, slip right, slip left. 5, jab, cross, hook, slip right. 6, jab, cross, hook, slip right. 7, jab, cross, hook, slip right. 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to do 5 more where we add the pivot. So it's going to be jab, cross, hook, slip right, slip left, slip right, except that slip right becomes a pivot. Jab, cross, hook, slip forward, back, pivot. And then come back to your stance. So let's do 5 of those. So 1, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot. 2, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip. 3, 4, and 5. Make sure I get this right before I tell it to you. Okay, so now we're going to put it together, and it's going to be a little crazy. So we're going to do, we're going to start in our stance. We're going to start with a jab. After that, the jab's going to go away in this sequence, but it's going to be jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook. So we'll just do it, figure out how many times so we can, we don't crash into too much stuff. So we do jab, cross, hook. Wait. Let's do it till we end up in our regular stance. So the last move will be when we're back to our regular stance and we throw the cross hook. So it'll be jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook. So we're only switching stance twice, to the southpaw stance and then back. So let's do, yeah. Let's all try. So again, let's try it. You can try it with me. So let's do, so it's jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook. And then you're back in your stance. Let's do, and then you can come back up. Let's do 10 of those together. So I'll count them and then you do the whole sequence. You do the whole sequence on your own. So 1, you can jab your way back up to the front. I didn't count. I just did it. Do like 3 more. Finish up the one you're doing. Nice. So now let's do a round where you're doing that combination. And now when you're working on it, if you're just still trying to get it, then just work on trying to get it smooth where it feels natural and doesn't feel, so confusing, so that you can kind of naturally, just switch your stance and keep punching and it doesn't, phase you. Or if you feel pretty comfortable with it, the next thing to think about is actually breaking up the rhythm a little bit. When you learn those kind of movements, it's good to keep them on a steady rhythm because you're learning them sort of like a metronome. But actually, when you do it, you would probably want to break the rhythm, and the way it would be the biggest one is returning the counter punches after the pivot. So it'd be like jab, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook. Like I probably want that pivot, cross, hook to be pretty immediate. I don't want to rush it, and like throw the cross before I'm ready. But the minute that my front hip comes to the back, bam, bam, I want that to just bounce right off, because the reason I'm probably doing this is somebody's charging me. So this is a different way of backing up. So you want to counter, with an unexpected punch, take advantage of the fact that they're charging you, and that they're not expecting the punch to come from that side. So let's just do one. And why don't you do this? You can just keep backing up as long as you want. So you don't have to do any particular amount of these in a sequence. You could try doing the way we did it, where you end up back in your stance. Or if you have room, you could do it 4 times and then go back to your stance. So whatever you want to do. So just play around with, this combination. You can do it as many times in a sequence as you want. Really thinking about returning that cross. If you're kind of still feeling uncomfortable with it, I'd probably stick with trying to keep the same amount and just try to get a flow. Try to get it to feel comfortable. Any questions? All right, so we did a 2-minute round. You're just working on that, trying to get it comfortable. And then once you got it comfortable, trying to increase the explosiveness of the counter punch after the pivot. Okay, set and go.
Nature's hands.
Nice. Let's add a pause. Let's pause. Okay. Let's add a kick into that combination now. So it's going to be jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, and then rear kick, but it's your left kick, your left, reverse stance, rear kick, kick. And then let's jab out. So it's jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot. Now I'm in my reverse stance, cross, hook, kick. Once I've landed the kick, I come back down into my back into my normal stance, and then I can jab out. So one more time, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, kick, jab, jab. And once you get comfortable with the pattern, then you're trying to make everything after, like everything starting with the cross hook kick, like everything after the pivot, really explosive. So that's like you're going along, the person's pressuring you, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, kick. So you've done this pivot and, psych them out for a second. You have this little window to counterattack. Okay, so get set and go. So again, the kick is a left kick, but it's coming from the rear. How's that feeling? It's good? Good. So let's do one more with that same setup. So now it's going to be jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot. And now we're going to let's throw a cross hook just like we did before, but now a spinning back kick. So cross, hook, kick. So in this case, the hook becomes a fake. So you're in your reverse stance and you're throwing, is my reverse stance? No. So you just pivoted to here and you're going to throw a cross. So it's a left cross, right hook, but the right hook is a fake to step this leg across. So cross, hook, and then it's a dominant side. Is that right? No, it's basically a left spinning side kick. So one more time, jab, cross, hook, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, kick. So wait, I think I was in my wrong stance. No, that's right. Bam. Okay, I was in my wrong stance before. So so give that a try. So again, one more time, just because I kept doing it back and forth. I'm in my stance, slip, slip, pivot. I'm southpaw, cross, hook, left kick, and then I can after the left kick, I can continue to face just forward from there because I'll be back in my stance.
Do you want the hook to be as if it would land, or do you want it to be more of a fake?
The hook is a fake, yeah. Yep, the hook is a fake when you step the foot across.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So if it lands, that's fine, but it's more of a fake.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, get set. And since you're setting up a more explosive kick, in a way, I mean, like, roundhouse kick is obviously a strong kick, but you're setting up a kind of, you're setting up this spin. You don't have to worry as much about the cross being so much of a, the pop on the cross either. You're trying to build in this kind of combination. You're trying to build some momentum up to that kick. So you can take off a little bit of that focus on the strong cross, but it feels good to you. Keep doing it. Okay, get set. And go. All right, thanks. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's do a switch, also a switch stance off of a switch step. So the first one we'll do is we'll just do a round where we practice our switch step. So we'll just go jab, cross. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just for fun keep working on that side kick as well. The side kick follow up. So it's going to be jab, cross, or just jab, cross, switch step. I have a hard time doing it while I'm saying it. I'm going to show it and then I'll say it. So or I'll say it first. It's jab, cross, switch step, lead round kick, and then lead side kick. Jab, cross, kick, kick. Jab, cross, kick, kick. I think I still have the fake in my head, so it's hard to say it and do it at the same time. Jab, cross, kick, kick, come back. So it's just mostly focusing on practicing your switch step. So just do one round like that. Add in anything you want in between. And go. Okay, so now we're gonna do that switch step as a fake. So we're gonna do the switch step to a punch. So it's gonna look like, see, this is why I couldn't stop talk and do the kick at the same time before, because I was still thinking of this. The fake is really hard for me to say it and do it at the same time. So it's jab, cross, switch, cross, and we'll end with cross, hook, cross. So we're gonna practice that together. So it's jab, cross, cross, hook, cross. So we're doing exactly that same switch step, but instead of using it to load up a kick, I'm using it to load up a punch. Let's do 10 of those together. So it's jab, cross, switch step, cross, hook, cross. The cross, hook, cross is in your reverse stance. So 1, jab, cross, cross, hook, cross. And then come back to your stance. In fact, let's get back to our stance. Jab, cross, cross, hook, cross, slip. Let's get back to our stance after that cross. Well, we'll do that in a second. We'll do the first 5 like this. So we'll start one more. So 1, jab, cross, switch. Oh, I didn't do it. Jab, cross, wrong stance, jab, cross, switch, punch, cross, hook, cross. I'll do it right this time. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, let's just add, we're gonna add in all the parts that we're gonna do for this combination. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw lead push kick. So we've gone jab, cross, switch. By the way, one thing to think about is when you throw a jab cross to a switch step, you're kind of starting your switch step as the cross is out there. So it's like jab, cross, switch step. So sometimes the cross, it kind of becomes almost like a Superman punch a little bit. Just something to think about is that it's like jab, you know, like it's kind of switching as the cross is there or as the cross is retracting. Jab, cross. I think of it like while it's retracting. So anyway, so here's the combination. Now we're gonna add a push kick. So it's jab, cross, cross, hook, cross, right push kick. So let's do 5 of those together. So 1, jab, cross, switch, cross, hook, cross, lead push kick. Switch back. 2. 3. 4. 5. Nice. Okay, so now let's, the last thing we're gonna do after that push kick is, so we throw in a push kick, we're in our reverse stance, we're going to do the slips that we did before to the pivot back to our stance. So it's gonna go slip right, or sorry, slip left. Is that right? Well, guys, yeah, right. For you guys, slip right, slip left, pivot back to our stance, and one more cross, hook, cross. So you've just thrown the push kick. Now we're gonna go slip lead side, slip back side, pivot, cross, hook, cross. I'm back in my stance. So the whole thing looks like this. So I can do it. Jab, cross, switch, cross, hook, cross, push kick, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, cross. So we'll do that 5 times together, and then you're gonna do a round of it. So start your stance. I'll talk it out. Say it through. But you can go faster than me if you want. So 1, jab, cross, switch, cross, hook, cross, push kick, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, cross. You're back in your stance. Good. 2, jab, cross, cross, hook, cross, push kick, slip, slip, pivot, cross, hook, cross. 3, 4, 5, all right, so now you're gonna do 1 round, just working on that. So 1 round, working on that combination, add anything you want in between. So get set, and go. Okay, next. So last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do one round. I'm gonna call out, these are the things I could call out. So you're gonna be shadow boxing, and I could call it any combination. So I'll try to make it clear what the combination is. If you're not sure, like I say, jab, cross, hook, kick, just figure it's the rear kick, for example. But if you're not sure, then just, throw a kick. So and so I might throw out any combination. I might also say switch. If I say switch, you have to switch your stance. So you can use one of those methods from today. You can either do some slips to pivot. You don't have to do that whole thing. It's just, a slipping to a pivot, or you can do a switch step to a fake punch. So you can go, and then, or even slip, but you have to do something. You can't just switch your stance and stand there. So you have to switch your stance and either punch, or you can switch your stance and slip. But punch is good because, you just switch your stance. Like, why are you going to defend, like, to attack? So, you just did this weird thing for a reason. So, okay, so if I say switch, you're going to switch your stance. And then you're going to stay in that stance till I say switch again. So all the combinations I say, you have to do them reverse till I say switch again. So, and let's also add, I could say shoot or sprawl. So if I say shoot or sprawl, you shoot or you sprawl. If that's bothering you in any way, then modify for the shoots and sprawls. Any questions? Other than that, if I'm not telling you something to do, then you're just like shadow boxing. You can just throw jabs, throw a few punches, and then I'll tell you things to do. Okay, get set, and go. Just moving around in your regular stance. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, kick. Jab, cross, hook, lead, side kick. Jab, cross, front roundhouse kick. Switch step. But not switch your stance. All right, switch. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, kick. Left kick. Back to your southpaw stance. Jab, cross, hook, lead, side kick. That's your right. Sprawl. Come back up, southpaw. Jab, cross, rear push kick. Switch. Three jabs and a cross. Three jabs and a cross and any push kick. Switch. Shoot. Oh, man, I can't shoot this stance. I shouldn't say that. Come back in your southpaw stance. Sprawl. Three jabs and a front side kick. Switch your stance. Switch your stance. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Switch your stance. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Shoot. Jab, cross, hook, kick. Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That was
How'd
awesome.
that feel? Was that fun? I like practicing like that.
It was good. My brain was working this time, which is good.
I think I feel like it's a good, it's such a good thing for us to work during quarantine, because it's something like, it's a kind of goal of a thing you could accomplish during quarantine is get really comfortable switching stances.
Totally.
Don't need a partner.
Yeah.
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 For me, it's just like.
I know it's really hard. It's hard. It's not that hard for me because I've trained both sides, but being able to switch smoothly is hard. And it's good if you know both sides to be able to switch smoothly like that because it really messes up your opponent.
Totally. It's also just like being able to do it quickly on command. Like I noticed that there's just a slight delay that I'm trying to get rid of.
I think that's probably fine because like only reason I can do it quickly is because I know what it's going to be. If someone was saying it to me, it would take me a second. And it's not necessarily urgent that you be able to switch like, it's more like just being able to do it when you want to do it. And eventually it becomes something you could do quickly. Does that make sense? It's not like, it's not like a some kind of technique where it's like, there's going to be only 1 second of window. You have to switch your stance. You know, it'll become natural and become something you can do more integrated.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was good.
Cool. Nice work, everyone. All right, we'll get off and let Jamal come on.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to send you, Molly, the slides I made. I'm still almost done with them.
Okay.
Working on them tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
I'll see you, Karen.
Thank you, guys.